Hi there, I've been making some homemade brads to use on projects that I'm making at the moment. I've made this brad, let's just bring you a bit closer, see if you can see that better. So this is a brad closure that I've made for a book that I've been working on. It's just it's really simple to make, so I'm going to show you how I did that. I've got a 1-inch paper punch, and I took some pattern paper. This isn't, just use whatever pattern paper you know works with the project that you're working on. So I'm just going to take out my circle that I want, and I've got some paper here. This paper is, I would say, about the thickness of cartridge paper. In fact, I think that's what this is. So I'm just going to use about, oh, can you see me? About 3, I think. Will probably do it. 1, 2, 3. Should we do 4 for good measure? Yeah. Let's go 4. Let's go crazy. Okay, and then I'm literally gonna just glue them together with some PVA. You can use Mod Podge, whatever your glue of choice is. I don't think it will really matter too much. As long as it's a glue that dries clear, you'll be okay. Now I'm just going to layer them up. This PVA's got a little bit of water in it as well, but it is mainly PVA. I'm just going to literally layer those up, and finally my pattern paper, and I'm going to give them a coat all the way over as well, just to seal everything. Wiggle it in place, get it as well aligned as you possibly can, and then put that aside to dry. What I tend to do to dry them is just lean it on its side like that up against something plastic at an angle, so that it's, you know, like, I don't know if you'll be able to see what I'm doing here, but just sort of like that, so that it will dry and it's not got too much surface area touching. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. This is a bit like that, you see, so that it's not too much surface area touching any of the glue. Okay, and when that is dry, I've got one that I did a bit earlier, Blue Peter style. You just want to pop a hole in the centre of it. I'm just going to mark where my centre is, just roughly. I'm not doing this accurately at all, but just to give me a good idea. So I'm just going to pop a hole in the centre of that, like so. And then I've taken these paper clips. They're called paper clips in places like Staples, you know, stationers, that kind of thing. I use them for brads, but I think they're officially called paper clips. They come in little boxes of, I don't know how many, you get quite a few. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to take some bit stronger glue, this one, Glue Fix All Purpose Bostik this is. But if you've got E6, is it what, E6 1000 or something? I don't even know what it's called, but you know, the sort of glue that jewellery makers use, or any sort of a little bit more permanent glue. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that around the top of my paper clip, and I'm just going to push it through so that it holds nice and tight. then to finish it off, I'm going to use some clear embossing powder just to give it a nice kind of shimmer, I suppose. I'm just going to pop it in the embossing powder. Oh, now what I am going to do, because I don't want to burn my hands, I'm just going to hold that with some tulle. And then I think I'll give it one more coat of clear embossing. And I think on this occasion, because it's got quite a lot of gold, on the paper that I'm using, I'm just going to edge this brad in my gold uni paint pen. But you know, the sky's the limit really with this. You could use whatever shape punches you've got. You know, if you've got butterfly punches, you can make some lovely butterfly brads. I mean, you don't really need to do the back side of the brad because nobody's really going to see that, but the fussy part of my personality is making me do this, and I can't help myself. So I'm just colouring in the back as well, but you don't need to. So that is a brad ready to go. And mine has warped out of shape a little bit, but actually there is a really easy way to, see, like that, so just pop that in. You can just, once your glued disc is dry enough, I tend to spray mine with a little bit of water to dampen them back up again and stick them under something heavy just to flatten them out. But on this occasion I'm not really bothered. But this one's not perfectly straight. I just really wanted to show you quickly how I make some of my brads.